Today we're going to talk about human connection. What is human connection? I think about it as something that we are socialized into. That we are socialized into a desire to connect with other human beings. And I look upon it as there are three different versions. One is something I call the longing version, and the other one is the idealized version, and the third is the lacking version. So let us take a look at the longing version. That's when we are kids, have a mother that is focused on us or another caregiver, but not focused with a desire to really see us. Perhaps she's occupied with something else, being irritated, annoyed, or so we don't feel that we are really connecting with this person because she's, or can be any caregiver, she's like focused on something else than you as a kid. So that's the longing version. And there's an aeroplane, and then we have, I will just let that aeroplane pass. Then we have the idealized version, and that is the version you are born into if you have very attentive parents or caregivers that see you, focus on you, are astonished and amazed with things that you do, they cherish your development, and you really feel loved. And then we have the third version, which is the lacking version. And this can be developed if you, for example, give away your child to childcare too early, or to an orphanage, or perhaps a child that doesn't have a place to stay, perhaps passed around relatives or something like that. So it doesn't get this early necessary connection to one or two specific people. And a child growing up with that kind of lacking version of human connection, that person will perhaps not even know what it's looking for, or not even having the intention of looking for anything deeper with other human beings. So when that person meets someone with this idealized version of connection, or meeting up with someone who has this longing version, need, an urge to connect to people, then it can be a lot of miscommunications. I don't look upon it as like strict categories, more like versions, and there are fluency, of course, in between. You can be somewhere between the idealized and the longing version. But I think for our inner experience, these first years of our upbringing are crucial, because it will inform how we look for other people, and how we relate to them, and how we meet them, and all the misunderstandings that come when I perhaps have an idealized version and then I meet someone with a longing version. We will never like connect. Yeah. But is it important with human connection? The most obvious answer is yes. We need people to belong to, we need help, we need all these kind of things in order to survive. But I also think that for some people, human connection plays a minor role. For the hermit, for example. Or someone that's just out in nature and connects with a tree, or the grass, or the sky, or, yeah, birds. But the majority of us, we need human connection. We need to mirror ourselves, mirror our emotions, our ideas, and also have it as plenty of planes now after this pandemic is over. Yeah, we need the connection in order also to correct us as social beings and to develop our self-esteem and these kinds of aspects. But I think what I'm after here in this video is this genuine connection. This connection that is a bit more deep, feel more meaningful. To describe what I mean with this genuine connection, I have this metaphor of the onion. If you take an onion, for example, it's full of different layers. And if you put away these layers, you will come into the center of the onion. And for many people, they are fine with being in the outer realm of the onion. They don't want to go inside the onion. They like to talk about the weather. They like to talk about when they went skiing in Switzerland, or some book they read, or a movie they saw. And then there are people that want to go into the onion. Peel it off. Connect. Talk about what disturbs you, what makes you happy, what makes you crazy, what makes you a good person, what makes you a bad person. You want to know that person that you are connecting with. You don't want to talk about superficial things, about what you read in a book or some boring topic that you saw on TV. You want to connect. You want to look them into their eyes and you want to connect. And when I was in my 20s, I was obsessed. When I met someone, I really wanted to go into that fucking onion and really connect with that human being. And then I realized many people don't want to be in the center of your onion. They want to be in the outer realms of the onion. So many times I clashed with people, not in a very dramatic way, but I tried to get people to talk about themselves and also be allowed to talk about me. But then I talked about me many times in order to get them to talk about themselves, but then they said, aha, you feel like that. Perhaps you need a psychologist, or perhaps it's something, or they generalized it, saying, oh, this is very common among women in your age, or something like that. So I didn't manage to connect by showing myself, which was my intention from the start. With the years, I think I've relaxed. Today I can be content with just sitting and talking about the outer layers of the onion. I don't have to peel it off. It's okay to talk about a movie, even though I think it's pretty boring, but I can also have this strategy of thinking that this person really likes this movie. Is it something in this movie that mirrors this person? Or I had a friend, he could talk lengthy about a motorbike, how he wanted to redo his motorbike, and it was so boring. And then I realized that if I listen to him and think that this motorbike is a metaphor for himself, then it became a bit more interesting for me. And with the years that have gone since I was in my 20s, I realized that now I don't need to go into the onion. Now it's okay to be outside. And connection is actually more about connecting with myself. So even someone who is really out there, very far away from talking about him or herself, if I connect with myself and I connect with emotions that I feel for that person, perhaps I feel that I really like that one or I really love that one. So if I cultivate that within me, I feel connected even though we don't speak the same language. We speak the same language, we don't speak about the same things. We don't want to speak about the same things. So that's what I'm doing now. I just allow the conversations to go wherever they want to go. And if they don't want to go into meaningful, what I think is meaningful things that gets me to learn more about that person, it's fine. I don't have to force it anymore. That was all for today, and next time we will talk about something completely different. Bye-bye.